This is the English on Air podcast where we interview interesting guests and teach English at the same time. In this podcast we have a very special guest. She's an actress and a writer from Finland. It's Eeva Putro. This was recorded in a very early part of 2021. I'll take your idea and I'll throw it straight back to you, okay? How would you describe yourself given 3 adjectives? So if you can only use 3 adjectives, how would you describe yourself?
Happy, creative, perhaps crazy, in a good way.
Crazy? Crazy? What do you mean crazy?
I'm crazy about learning new things and crazy about practicing my profession, practicing my favorite things.
Okay, well, can I add one word in? Can I put one word in?
Yes.
Because I don't know you very well, but I'm getting to know you a bit now, over the last few months. And I would put determined.
Determined?
You're one of the most determined people I've ever met.
Yeah.
So I would definitely think you're determined. Okay. Now, what things inspire you then, Ev? I mean, you're in a creative industry, and so you must sort of be inspired, I guess, by other people's projects.
I'd say challenges inspire me always. If I get something like a new role or a new challenge in my work, it always gets me inspired. Especially when I have the opportunity to work with inspiring persons, and so other people and.
Can you think of a challenge that's been put upon you that you found the most inspiring? Is there some sort of example you can think of?
Perhaps languages, like speech, how to learn a new accent or things like that. Mm-hmm.
And I know that you're trying to sort of get into a position where you can do a British accent when needed or when you're auditioning, and also an American accent.
Yes.
And I've seen the kind of things that what you've sort of practiced and what kind of journey you're going on or presently going on, you know, so I have a little bit of an insight for that, which brings me, how do I know you, Eva? How do you know me?
I know you, cause I went to Arby's, course, to take a course, in English pronunciation, and you were, the teacher.
That's right. And what led you to, I mean, that was obviously the first time I saw you, but what were the steps leading up to that? Why were you on that course?
I was there because, I had just started with my, new agent, with my first international agent, and started to, do self-tapes in English, and I had realized that I urgently need to improve my English. So I decided to find a way to get better in this field.
Yeah, and it has. Your English has got better.
Yeah,
from a teacher point of view, from seeing, you know, kind of witnessing where you were when you first came, to the steps that you've made, to the improvement you've made, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate your help, like, highly, because that course was something like, it felt like it was a secret weapon, or how would you put it?
I think that's a good way of putting it. It gave you an insight into using a tool. What was that tool, Eva, for people that are listening?
Tool.
What was the tool that you learned?
The tool was the symbols, because it helps people like me who are very visual, to understand the sounds which are like different from Finnish sounds, and can like organize them for yourself.
You're talking about the International Phonetic Alphabet symbols.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, which you probably may have seen in the past, but you really took it on board to learn them with a great determination, and you did learn them, and you know, and it really improved your reading and everything once you knew the symbols.
Yeah. Nowadays I can write like easily with symbols, and it helps me a lot. When I see a word which is not familiar for me, I can like find out how to pronounce it and do it like with only by seeing these symbols, and that helps so much.
You can. I know you can. I know you can read phonetics. And just for the benefit of anyone that's listening, when we have a session together nowadays, we often read from the same screen, don't we? We read short stories, etc. And I think you can guess what a word would be in English now, even if you don't know that word. Mm-hmm. And that is, you're somehow, the patterns of English, which, let's face it, are very strange at times, phonetically speaking. I think you very, very often, even if the word is new, will guess it. Mm-hmm. Guess it correctly. Yeah. And that's somehow those phonetics have really helped. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've got a feeling, you've somehow got a feeling for it now, which is great, which is very inspiring. For those, because obviously this podcast, there might be people listening all over the world. I don't know. There might be 3 people listening or no people listening. But one day, hopefully, someone in the Philippines or someone in the Far East may listen to this. So you are an actress in Finland, and you're also a writer in Finland. So you have two professions going on, if you like. You're most famous, I think, for the project that you did in 2020, I think. I don't know much about, production in Finland, I have to say. I mean, there's lots of celebrities that I don't even know, to be honest. But what was the biggest project you did that came out in 2020?
I guess you mean Tove.
I do, yeah.
Film that I wrote, where I do have a role too. Do you mean that one?
Yeah, I do mean that one. And I didn't want to be disrespectful, because I know you've done lots of things. It's just that that's the one that I went to see and I really, really, really enjoyed. And could you explain who Tove is? Because in Finland, she's an icon. She's huge, and she's very well known, or was very well known throughout the world. But why was she so well known? I mean, who is she?
She's the creator of moving characters, like cartoonist, artist, writer. She's mostly famous from his work with moving characters, but basically she did so much. She has a huge amount of adult books that she wrote, and books for children, pictures that she drew. Mm. Is it correctly said?
Yeah, drew? It is correct. Yeah, drew in the past.
And paintings and everything. So she was such a creative person and very brave.
Brave. Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. Now, the Moomins were big or well known throughout the parts of the world. Could you, I mean, this is not easy, but could you give an explanation, let's say, to someone that doesn't know the Moomins?
Initially, they were like small characters that she drew for herself to make her happier during the war, and but they were like something that she